Right. And I know Capricorn, she testified, right, that, Diddy told her that he'll kill her after he found out that she used to work for Suge Knight.
Well, I think it came up to the point where it's that he took her, Paul and him took her for a walk in the park. Oh, man. They be watching too many movies. They took her to a walk in the park, and they was trying to get some clarity on her relationship with Suge, and that whether she a spy for him or whether she was uh, uh, would turn over any kind of information. And I think if I'm correct, that she had said that Puff was worried about her relationship with Suge and made some kind of accusations to her that if they find out that her and Suge is a certain way, that they would unalive her in some kind of way. That wasn't clear in the court because there was a lot of objections on that. You understand? But I think the judge may have let that ride because of the fact that she was telling her what she heard and her feelings and how they made her feel. So they was worried about Suge, bro. They was worried about Suge. Well, since you brought up Suge name, and I heard a couple of interviews where Suge brought up my name. See, I'm not gonna batter Suge because Suge is in a bad place. You understand? Suge is in a situation whereas that he was a man that had everything in the palm of his hand. You understand? He had cars, houses, could fly jet set all over the country, all over the world. And he had everything in the palm of his hand. And now he only got Miss Palmer in the palm of his hands. And I'm saying this to say this, bro. I'm not here to bash that brother, but he's getting some felonious and some effed up information that's not true. I don't believe Suge should be in jail for what he did. You understand? Because it was clearly, you could see somebody was coming at Suge with a gun. And the law states here in New York, if somebody is attacking you and you gotta flee, and somebody gets hurt in the interim of you fleeing, whether it's in your car, your bike, or whatever the situation is, that individual who has that gun that's trying to shoot you, and you end up running over a pedestrian or doing something like that, that's his case. That's that dude who did that to you. He gets that murder. And that's what it seemed like to me. He didn't get the proper justice when it came to that. If you look at Suge Knight, everything that he did, God always punished him right then. Here, my son. Oh, you did that? Take care of that. Hear that? Go sit here. Go do that. God always punished him right there. It was different for Puff. I'm not here to batter Suge because God made sure that he paid for his right then and there when he did it. He did Puff in a whole different way. You understand? Before I break that down to you is this. I heard Puff say, I don't give a fuck if Pac gotta die. I don't give a fuck if Big gotta die. Suge Knight can go to jail. I'ma say this for the umpteenth time. That was a self-fulfilling prophecy that this demon got from some other demons because it happened exactly what he said. What he said happened exactly the way it came out of his mouth. Pac died, Big died. Suge Knight went to jail. Now, Puff, God did him in a whole different way, brother. He let him go home without being punished for the city college, for if he played a part of Big, if he the kids that died in DC, uh, what else? Some other stuff. He didn't let him play the part. He getting all his right now in one whop, in one setting. Suge, brother, you're wrong. I did not know Reggie Wright until my man in Detroit gave me a call. I'm not going to mention his name, but he was a podcaster too. He gave me a call and he said, yo, Big Gene, I want to introduce you to Reggie Wright. And I don't know if Reggie was on the phone knew I was on the phone, but Reggie had said some shit that I overheard him say. And it was about the Notorious Big. He said they should have killed that fat motherfucker. So now, when I heard him say that, I'm standoffish on him now. And I'm gonna tell you the dude named F***. Yo, you can be mad if you want to. Rail made the introduction to me and Reggie. And that was like, I think 4 years ago. I didn't know Reggie from a can of motherfucking paint. I never called anybody from Death Row to his security. That wasn't my job. I was Puff personal bodyguard. I didn't call to get no security for nobody. When I went to work, I had my own contract, brother. I ain't called nobody to do nothing. So you wrong, and the information that you getting and the people that's feeding you that, check out them band boys. Because they lying to you, brother. I don't think as one man to the next, and I got a lot of respect for you, Suge. I got so much respect for you, bro, because when this East Coast, West Coast war could have been shut down, Pac was living, Big was living, Eric B, Big D, y'all set up there and y'all was gonna set up a meeting. Everybody who had something to do with it was supposed to show up. And Puff refused to. You didn't, brother. You wanted this shit to be over with. Even though you didn't with Puff, y'all wasn't dealing with each other no more. I remember when you and Pac was in the car behind the House of Blues. You was in the red Rolls Royce, Pac was in the white one. I was in the car when Puff rolled up on you and said, yo, Suge, we got any problems down here? And you said, bro, I don't know any problems you got. That was even after Jake was murdered. You said, brother, I don't know any problems you got. But brother, yeah, you said Gene Deal name, but you had the wrong person. The people that hired security for Bad Boy was Paul Alford, bro. Paul, Uncle Paulie. You put my name out there. So if anybody called Reggie and had a relationship with him on the security tip, it was Paul, bro. It wasn't me. I never, ever hired no one to do security for Bad Boy. I had my own contract with Puff. Point blank. Nothing more, nothing less. So, bro, get your information right, bro. And watch where you get your information from. Because there's a bunch of hater, sucker ass niggas out here. And that's real talk.